The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Hello, welcome to the Papyrus TV Africa. This is the news update, and today is the 4th of November 2024. First, the headline. Court acquits former CGN, Walter Onnoghen, of all charges. Businessman adopted in Anambra community. Nasu Asanu suspends strike over salary issues. APC sweeps local government elections in Cross River State. Cybersecurity expert urges CBN to ban PIN-based online transaction. Adeboye urges believers to stop praying against enemies. Ipman alleges higher Dangote fuel prices. Former VP outlines strategies for Nigerians' transformation if elected president. Now the news in details. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has officially discharged and acquitted former Chief Justice of Nigeria (CJN) Walter Onnoghen of the charges that led to his dismissal in 2019. Just 29 days before the presidential election, former President Muhammadu Buhari suspended Onnoghen and appointed Justice Tanko Mohammed as his successor. Recently, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through the Attorney General of the Federation, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, San, successfully petitioned the appellate court to halt ongoing hearing on the 3 separate appeals that Onnoghen filed regarding his removal, conviction, and asset seizure. As part of a settlement agreement signed on October 24, the court ordered the federal government to unfreeze Onnoghen's account with Standard Chartered Bank Nigeria Limited immediately. A group of assailants has kidnapped a middle-aged man believed to be a businessman in the Alo community of Idemili South local government area, Anambra State. The incident occurred late Sunday as the victim was driving home from an event. According to local sources, the gunmen ambushed his vehicle near Ezeani Primary School in Alo, overpowering him before fleeing with their captive. An unnamed source described the incident, stating, "It happened around 6:45 p.m. yesterday. The man was driving his Toyota Corolla plate number EKY 102GK. When the assailant double-crossed him near the school, they smashed the window of his car, hit him with the butt of a gun, and forcibly bundled him into the trunk of their vehicle." Witnesses reported that the victim was covered in his blood when he was dragged from his car, leading them to suspect he was a businessman and a community member. The victim's vehicle was later discovered, abandoned and blood-stained, with residents comparing the scene to a commando film as they flee into hiding. This account was corroborated by a video circulating on social media showing the abandoned car on the roadside. On Monday, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, spokesperson for the Anambra State Police Command, confirmed the incident and stated that an investigation is underway. Ikenga said the command has started investigating the reported abandoned but recovered vehicle in our local community. Plenary information revealed that the victim was adopted by yet unidentified persons. Meanwhile, operatives are working with local residents for a possible rescue of victim and to arrest the suspects. The Non-Academic Staff Union of Education and Association Institution, NASU, and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, have announced the suspension of their nationwide indefinite strike over unpaid salaries, effective Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. In a joint statement from NASU General Secretary Prince Peter Adeyemi and SANU National President Comrade Mohammed Ibrahim, the union indicated that the decision followed a period of industrial action that began on October 28, 2024. The strike was initiated in response to what they described as the government's insensitivity regarding demands for the payment of withheld salaries. The statement emphasized the importance of the strike in highlighting their grievances, underscoring the union's commitment to advocating for their treatment and timely salary payment for their members nationwide. They commended their members for their unwavering support during this period. The union revealed the extensive discussions were held with federal government officials, including the new Minister of Education and Minister of Finance. This discussion resulted in a commitment for the federal government to pay 2 of the 4 months of withheld salaries in staggering installment, 1 month to be disbursed by the end of October 2024, which is largely completed, and second month by the end of November 2024. In light of this commitment and the engagement shown by government officials, the Joint Action Committee (JAC) has decided to suspend the strike for 1 month. Branch leaders of both NASU and SANU have been instructed to hold a joint congress on their campuses on Monday, November 4, 2024, to inform members of the development and encourage their return to work on Tuesday, November the 5th, 2024. The union also highlighted that discussions are ongoing regarding the remaining 2 months of unpaid salary, 50 billion in earned allowance, arrears of 25 to 35%, and wages awards. They expressed gratitude for the understanding and support of their members during this struggling time. Also, the All Progressive Congress (APC) has claimed victory in all 18 chairmanship positions in the local government election held in Cross River State on Saturday, November 2nd. Dr. Ekon Boso, chairman of the Cross River State Independent Electoral Commission, announced the result during a press briefing at the commission's headquarters in Calabar on Sunday. The APC's success spanned all over local government areas, including major councils like Abi, Odukpani, Bakassi, and Calabar South. Following the announcement, the newly elected officials received their certificate of return. In his congratulatory statement, Governor Bassi Otu described the election as peaceful and commended the electorate for their conduct. He expressed confidence that the new chairpersons would align with the state government's vision and prioritize good governance. We have a clear vision for the state, and we trust that the new local government leadership will support our agenda and deliver quality governance to the people, stated Governor Otu. Despite the participation of 9 opposition parties, including the PDP and Labour Party, many did not file candidates for all 196 council wards, enabling several APC candidates to run unopposed. Similarly, in a recent statement, Dr. Kingsley Aguoro, a Nigerian-British cybersecurity expert, has warned the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) about the risks associated with using card PIN for online transactions. Aguoro, a chartered engineer and director of information security, emphasized that Nigerians' dependence on card PIN for online payment poses a significant threat to financial security and urged the CBN to implement an immediate ban on such practices to protect Nigerian customers. In a petition obtained by the Papyrus TV Africa, Aguoro outlined how this outdated system increases the vulnerability of Nigerian consumers to obscene keylogin and man-in-the-middle attacks. He pointed out that the major payment providers like Paystack, Flutterwave, and Insustry still require card PIN for online transactions, a method that has been largely phased out in other countries. Aguoro explained that PINs were designed for ATM and POS transactions where security encryption is optimized, while their online use exposes customers to cyber threats. He advocates for adoption of one-time password (OTPS) or multiple-factor authentication (MFA), which provides more robust protection. Furthermore, Aguoro recognized for pioneering OTPM solution for online cards transaction suggests that hardware cards leaders generating OTPS could serve as savers alternative for Nigerian consumers. He urged the CBN to enforce this, enhance security protocols, and to educate the public on safe online payment practices, asserting that such measures would align Nigerians with international best practices and significantly reduce cyber risk for consumers. Moving on, the General Overseer of Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, has advised believers to cease praying against their enemies. Speaking at the church monthly Thanksgiving service at the national headquarters, Throne of Grace in Ebute Metta, Lagos, he explained that only those with significant destinies attract enemy. Adeboye questioned the rationale behind such prayer, stating, "If you pray against your enemy, who will be around to celebrate you?" He refers to Psalm 23 verses 5, which speak about God's preparing a table before individuals in the presence of their enemies. Instead of praying for their downfall, he suggested that the believers should pray for their enemies' repentance, arguing that one must be remarkable to be envied. Sharing his personal experiences, Adeboye reflected on his rise from a poor background, crediting God as the ultimate burden bearer who empowers individuals to succeed. He recounted a visit to an African country where, despite initial obstacles, he was granted an audience with the president. Adeboye described how the president prioritized their meeting, expressing amazement at the privileges God has afforded him, noting they spent 5 hours together, despite other commitments awaiting him. Furthermore, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has reported that the price of fuel from Dangote Refinery is currently higher than the price from other sources. Yakubu Suleiman, IPAM National Assistant Secretary, stated during an appearance on Arise News that it's reasonable for members to seek cheaper options. He emphasized the need for transparency from Dangote regarding fuel pricing, as the association can only advise its members to purchase where prices are more favorable. Suleiman noted, prices are determined by international pricing. Dangote is supposed to disclose the price daily. We must source products where they are cheaper to ensure profitability. They are in business, and would you blame them? No. On a final note on this segment, in a recent discourse, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar responded to inquiries about what he would have done differently as Nigerian president, emphasizing that the focus should be on current President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his administration. He expressed concern over the hardship faced by Nigerians due to Tinubu's economic policy, which he described as trial and error. Atiku articulated that his approach would have included thorough planning, stakeholders consultation, and a robust reform agenda aimed at stabilizing the economy. He criticized the simultaneously removal of subsidy and the establishment of a stable exchange rate as overly ambitious, suggesting that reforms should be sequenced to avoid exacerbating economic challenges. He proposed extensive reform in public sector's institutions and initiated a special presidential welfare initiative for security personnel to enhance their effectiveness in welfare. Additionally, Atiku suggested launching a $10 billion economic summit stimulus fund to support micro, small, and medium enterprises across sectors, accompanied by a targeted skill-to-job program for the youth. Emphasizing the need for infrastructure development, he advocated for the establishment of an infrastructure development unit to oversee a $25 billion infrastructure development funds aimed at enhancing public infrastructure. Atiku highlighted the importance of combating corruption, especially within Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, and stressed the need to prioritize state-owned refineries to improve refining capacity. He also advocated for a gradual approach to subsidize removal, referencing successful international practices to minimize disruption and support vulnerable populations through robust social protection programs. Finally, Atiku committed to streamlining the foreign exchange market by eliminating multiple exchange rate windows, promoting a managed floating system to ensure economic stability. He concluded by emphasizing that his proposed policies would prioritize impetus and transparency, ensuring that the government's action align with the needs and challenges faced by the Nigerian people. This has been the Papyrus TV Africa.
The Papyrus.